What is going on, guys? It is your boy Cali Mac on the track, Never Whack, bring it back, and we are back with Strat Sit Down episode 153.
Let's go.
Yo, first, before anything, I would like my credit because I think I've gone like the past 10, 15 episodes without missing the episode number.
I was about to say
like,
clean, no pauses, nothing.
Like we getting up there, you feel me? We had to step it up a little bit. We out here, man. We are here with the crew, almost as usual. Our boy Mod is handling some business. He should be back next week, so we'll hold it down the fort for him. Know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Mr. G in the building. Though, what's going on, my brother?
What's good, y'all? Wanted to shout out my boy Nico, my tattoo artist. I can't show you, but I got another tattoo.
Ooh,
I got Zoro, King of Hell, under my my scar my Zoro and Luffy scar tattoo.
Fire.
So it looks like he cut through my leg.
That's elite.
So, yeah, I'll send you guys the picture. But
That's fire.
shout out to my boy, cause he's like, yo, I really want it. He leveled up. He's like, I really want to do it, and like it was OD. Yo, one of my cats just took a dump, and it smells so bad, bro. Oh, I'm dying.
Yo,
bro. I'm dying.
Yeah, handle that real quick, bro. It's all good. We'll hold down the fort, bro. Handle that. That is truly unfortunate.
That's rough, man. Yeah, that's an advertisement against the cat. The thing you was thinking about getting cats.
Yeah, you see, right? Because I definitely was thinking about getting cats for a little bit, but I'm gonna have to rethink my decision. I'm not gonna lie.
I was thinking about being the voice of reason on that tweet, by the way. Just saying. But anyway,
I guess it did it for itself, man. Well, Wyatt's in the building, my brother. What's going on?
What's going on? Shout out to Mrs. Katz. I met them when I was in New York. But yeah, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. I'm excited to get into this chapter because, you know, as I've been saying last two chapter weeks, you know, I don't think a certain accident happened the way everyone says it did back in Elbaf. And this chapter seems to be pointing in that direction. So I'm excited to get my credit, honestly.
No, you know what? I can't lie. I got to give you your props because you were definitely the first person on the Did He Do It train. No, yeah, so I got to give you your props. I got to give you your props.
I'll take my wins as Loki's defense lawyer.
I'm crying. I gotta say it happened a little. Actually, let's get into the chapter because I'm about to start ramping.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I have a camera now. You guys can look at my pretty face again, but
because
I have a camera, I have a shout out that I've been meaning to shout out for the past like month, but I haven't been able to because I got a camera. One of our crewmates, our very own Mr. G, held me down with this amazing 3D devil fruit. Gear 5 gum fruit. Like, this shit is nonsense, bro. I don't know how this nigga came up with this shit, but this is absolutely fucking insane. My absolute goal. This shit is clean as fuck. The new desk edition for sure.
Yeah, when I said I was gonna send you one, I had an idea. I'm glad it came out the way it did.
No, that shit came out crisp. That shit looks so clean on my desk, bro. I appreciate it.
My goodness, it kills you better.
I also got to show you drew me this Gear 5 post-it note I keep on my desk. This shit is gas.
Oh, thank you, bro.
My boy missed it with the art skills going crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying. You know, always leveling up, bro. You know, gotta do what you can.
Absolutely.
The little things, you know, shit. Like, there's not much I can do, but what I can, I will do. So
that's what makes us a crew, bro. We all do what we can, man.
Facts.
Yeah, all right, let's get into the chapter, right? Let's do it. Chapter we have the cover art first. I guess we skipped the cover story this week.
Yeah, no cover story.
Color spread's always cool.
It is dope.
It's dope. A little flying fish racing. I saw people arguing on Twitter because Luffy's 1, Zoro's 2, and Nami's 3. So people were saying Nami's actually the hidden wing of the Pirate King and not Sanji.
Hey, that's why. I wonder if it's going by order.
Order they joined. Yeah, it's definitely going by order that they joined. It's pretty funny though.
It's also giving me a little bit like Mario Kart Double Dash vibes.
You're such a real nigga, man. That's exact. I said the same thing about boy. When we read the chapter, I was like, "Yo, Double Dash."
Yeah, because I mean, you're able to choose like single or double, and like you got Zoro with Chopper, the father-son combo that people like to say. Then you got the two techies with Frankie and Usopp, which is actually kind of OD. Both snipers. That'd be dope. And then Robin and Brooke, and Jinbei's just cheating, bro. He's just swimming.
Yo, I didn't even notice Jinbei there. That's so crazy, yo. Bro's really.
How's he behind, nigga? Like
he is not locked in.
No, not like them.
He taking it easy on him.
Yeah. Yeah, cool cover story. Cool cover art. Hopefully, I want to say hopefully we get back to the cover story next week, but I'm pretty sure the resolution is pretty much there. I'm pretty sure that's more or less finished.
I don't need to wrap that one up, Loki.
Yeah. This has definitely been one of the lesser. But honestly, I feel like we said that about the whole cake one too until shit popped off at the end, at the very end.
When it all came together. Yeah.
Or not the whole cake one. The one where they want the Mads one. There was one of them where we popped off at the end. It was kind of boring until it wasn't. So you never know with Oda. It might pop off later. Yeah. We'll see. Let's get into the actual chapter. 1143 Holy Nights. We start this chapter off with Saul chasing after the kids who are sleepwalking on the beach. He's trying to get them to, wake up, calling their names, asking them where they're going, to no avail, obviously. Robin reminds Saul that one of them said not to touch the children, and that he was all bloody, which Chopper adds in. Saul's like, we got to do this. We got to figure out a way to help these kids regardless. He tries to touch them, and he ends up getting thorns straight through the hand. Yelps back in pain. Doesn't look like they can see necessarily what happened if they saw it, but
agreed.
Yeah,
they even ask, right? Like,
what was that? What happened? Did something stab you? So it looks like they can't even see the thorns around, which is interesting.
That's crazy.
Yeah. We get a report in the school, or is this? Oh, this is the teacher in the school reporting to the rest of Elbaph that all the children have suddenly fell asleep. Some of them have started walking off, and that they don't know what's going on. The people inside the bar are starting to understand the situation. Between this and the noises that they heard, they're realizing things are getting serious outside. And she also tells them that there's been a surge of monsters in the forest. She lets them know that the children are traveling down Branch Route 8. And this is when they realize that there's also a fire going on at some point on Elbaf. So it's chaos. Things are getting real. One of them at the party notices there's a fire going on the other side of the island. All the giants are still blitzed out their mind and slurring, trying to figure out what the hell is going on. It's tough. It's not a good situation right now.
Not at all, dude.
Yeah, it's looking rough. Luckily for them, the firemen are here. The fire brigade. The firefighting Svar. Got a bunch of firefighter giants on the case. They are headed straight towards the fire, ready to defend their territory, when a giant drawing of a skeleton pops up and smashes the ship clear out of the sky till everybody's shot.
Yep.
I think this kind of confirms, I don't know if we talked about it, but like if these drawings were like more 2D based or like 3D based, because it was like out of a dream necessarily, you know what I mean? I guess it's just a thought that I had more so than anything.
No, I think this chapter kind of like, there's a line later about calories that people kind of had them thinking like, okay, are these like how effective and how much agency and how much can these drawings interact with real life, or this dream stuff interact with real life?
Right.
So yeah, I definitely was like, okay, these things are like, really real. And it really smacked it. I think.
Yeah, right. I don't think it was 2D. It was more the tangibility. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah. It's all good. And so I think what this panel kind of shows me as well is that these things are huge, bro.
Yeah.
Like huge. So that's crazy. And two, it also makes so much sense that they have like a real fire, like station, like, you know what I mean? Like they have firefighters, like, because it said Elbaf's weakness is fire and lightning. So it's like, okay, it makes sense that they have a lot of they're ready. You know,
right?
I mean?
They have to be ready for that. Right?
They were not ready enough,
unfortunately. So go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. So you guys think these are drawings? I thought they were more of like just like dream,
they're definitely
ghosts.
both. Like, because we saw, I remember like a few chapters ago that she asked them to draw what they found the most scary. So
I think okay, that makes sense. I do think they are drawings, like, and that's how the kids like think of them. But like, I feel like, let's say if it was like Usopp, we might actually see like something more realistic, like more,
they're definitely straight from their dreams or whatever. I know
okay.
exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Another interesting line in this page was the granddaughter Ilva. The fact that uh, Yaro's granddaughter is, I think, the girl that
The first
Saul
one.
got.
Yeah.
Yeah. That Saul got stabbed trying to help. So that's just an interesting connection that I don't
Oh,
think we had
you're right.
before.
She okay. You're right.
Yeah.
That is a good connection. I didn't notice that before.
And one thing that I probably should have said it earlier, when he got stabbed by these thorns, right? Like the way that he's reeling back in pain and falling is like, I mean, I don't know if you guys have accidentally grabbed thorns. I mean, they hurt, but like not to like that extent. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, he got stabbed through the hand.
Yeah, no,
I
which
feel
was
like
just crazy.
it's
But
yeah.
so like I wonder like how powerful like are these thorns? You know, like I wonder it got to depend on the person
Yeah.
that puts it on. But that was
yeah. I don't think.
interesting.
And Saul, as we saw a chapter or two ago, isn't weak, right? Like he
Yeah,
used to be a vice admiral. I agree with you, Mister. That like it seems like a little bit of a like damn,
dude,
it hurt you that bad.
he's
Like,
on the ground like you know, like I was like damn, like shit. But
but
you know,
he probably hasn't had a fight in like 20 years, so
yeah, that's true too.
give or take.
Yeah, it's definitely fair.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, so 5 brigades out, and then we cut back to the Holy Knights, who are just enjoying a nice, delicate meal on the table, on a dining table. We
Chilling,
have
bro.
Saint Summers just sitting here laughing his ass off about how the Giants got stabbed. Quotes a saying, "Every love has its thorns." Gunko literally does not give two fucks. He says, "Love is the passion to reach out and squeeze someone tight, even as you see the thorns up close." This guy strikes me as a very poetic type of
In
dude.
a sadistic
verbose.
way.
Yeah, nice vocab. Yeah.
Nice, man. I'm just like you, man. Read it.
Yeah. Yeah, he says what he says. He says the best part of this game is when it's parents and children. The parents hug their kids tight, thorns and all, and then the kids scream and wail when they see their worst nightmare, mommy and daddy dying in agony. There's real emotion in killing. Yeah, this guy is a freak. I'm not gonna lie.
Very sadistic.
Yeah,
bro.
this is a sadistic fella. I can't. This
chapter being titled Holy Night is like a good reminder of like this is a really important scene, and it's like not a reminder, but it's like you're supposed to like, oh yeah, these guys are celestial dragons. They are the worst of the worst. So they're like even worse than scum, right? So
yeah,
these guys are just demons, bro. This nigga is one of the worst of them.
Yeah, no, it's really bad. But we do get the official nameplate with the official devil fruit. He has eaten the thorn fruit and become a thorn man.
Mm-hmm.
My big question: why can you make them invisible?
You that powerful, I guess. I don't know.
Like, I just think it's like, yo, if I have the dice, right, like Mr. One's fruit, like the points can't be invisible. It's just a point, right? Like I have the thorn fruit. Why are they invisible? I just thought that was so weird. I'm sure Oda's gonna have an explanation for that, but I just think that sounds like a normal ass dough fruit, but it's not. So
well, I think we also have to think about it this way. A lot of these new fruits are more abstract, right? He's talking about love, about passion. So I feel like you're not gonna see the actual thorns, but he placed whatever his power onto them. As like, let's say like it's like a seed, an invisible seed. The more passion and love you have towards that person, the more it's gonna hurt back to you, right? So I think like because Saul's a teacher, he's gonna love all his kids, all the teachers there. That's why that one guy was bleeding so much. And that's why I think Saul is so hurt after just getting, even though one did go through his hand, but he's like reeling back in pain is because I think it takes that love that you have for that person and just sends it back to you and amplifies it in damage and in pain or whatever.
That actually makes a lot of sense, especially like because the thing about thorns is that they're not just needles; they're something attached to a rose, right? Like something that's perceived as like a good thing. Right. So that could be the case. That's actually bars low key.
Yeah, and then I think I remember when we first saw him, his sword didn't have like a rose or something with a flower on it, right? Yep. So it's pretty cool seeing that he himself is a thorn. Wow.
I think you actually said that in the episode, and I was gonna bring that up today, but I forgot. So thank you. Yeah, you actually remarked when we first saw him, like he has like a rose motif going on. So
yeah. So he's the thorn to the rose, and which is thorns are terrible. Yeah, them shits hurts a lot. So
that sounds like it came from the heart.
Personal.
Yeah. I fallen in a rose bush before, and that's just no fun.
Yeah, that doesn't sound really enticing. I can't lie. All right, yeah. So we do get the official nameplate, the fruit for him. Goes on with his love speech. Dunko is still not interested, and he just keels over like no interest. The woman who never knew love. Yeah, he's going
That made me
through it.
laugh.
Yeah, he's pretty. We're starting to see their personalities a lot more. We saw it a little bit in the last chapter too. We're definitely starting to see them. They're definitely not just cold killing machines.
No.
One thing I thought about, like after the chapter was like the fact that they're just they're almost like just like joshing in like a locker room, right? Like they're just yapping. And I think it kind of makes me think that like they are such a dragons. And I was thinking about the difference between them and the Gorosei, in that they're all the same type of evil, but these guys kind of don't have the inhibitions of being like suits, and having to have decorum or whatever, or even try to hide it. It's just cool to see like a different like soldier mentality, you know, like they don't care about how they act. I just thought that was
yeah, it's definitely interesting. Yeah, so we get Killingham asking which route did Gunko take them upon. Talking about there's a thick branch that ran down the middle. I guess talking about the branch that they're on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is when Gunko explains that if they walk straight, that they'll eventually reach the port, I guess, where they're located. We finally do get the patent One Piece arc mat. That's when you know shit is starting to move. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was good to know like where we are in relation to everything else.
Yeah.
So the party's going on at the Western Village.
Yeah, that's where Nami is.
All right, so they could essentially, the people there could stop the kids from reaching port.
Yeah,
if they communicate with each other.
And Nami is gonna have a hard time. Like, I'm just gonna be interesting, right? Because that's her whole thing, right? Like, want to help kids. Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so we get Summers talking about the route, that the middle one's good, stands out better. I'm a little bit confused by this, I'm not gonna lie.
He's like happy that they're going down the middle, that they're going down that path, and because the next line kind of illuminates why. It makes their utter futility all more apparent. Yeah. And it's more of the statistic, like, yeah, go straight down the middle, let's do it. So
okay, I got
you. They go to the
village,
just like you can't even be helped.
Okay, got you. Yeah, Summers. This is when Killingham asks for more salt from Summers. So Summers thinks of salt, gets put to sleep, and then Killingham reaches into his dream bubble and pulls out salt.
Insanity.
Insane ability. This is when we get the nameplate for Killingham. He has eaten the dragon fruit, mythical type model Kieran. Dream manifesting man.
I was not expecting it to be a dream thing.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure we talked about it before. Most Kieran doesn't necessarily have anything to do with dreams, right?
I definitely didn't think there's anything like that.
And every time I've heard Kieran, it's been like lightning of some sort.
Exactly.
I think the Kieran thing is like a type of dragon or whatever. I don't think I don't think that has to do with lightning. I think it might be another word for lightning or something. But yeah, it's just crazy. I assumed it was the nightmare fruit. But no, it's a dream. It's a dream manifesting fruit. It's not necessarily good or bad.
Yeah, definitely interesting. Fruit seems pretty broken. I can't lie, especially if you can control it in the way that he's controlled it. Like, tell somebody to think of something and then put them to sleep and grab it. Then the applications are almost limitless. Like, it's pretty crazy.
No, it's wild. Like I said, like these fruits now are just dealing with the abstract. Like Oda's really making you have to think outside the box on how these fruits work.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So not Killingham. Summers asks about the sleep tids that he pulled out of the brass dream. So we get the names for the creatures that are rampaging across the island. And we find out that Killingham can keep all of them going at the same time. So his fruit can apply his fruit in multiple places at once with multiple dreams. Pretty broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, he compliments the salt, and then Gunko asks for some too. And as she asks for salt, she talks about the giant's boats in the village and that they draw rainbows in the sky with the painter rocks, which we heard about before, from hydrogen. Then she starts fawning over the salt. She has these random moments where she just starts getting real girly and sparkly. It's really funny. So yeah, she surmises that they can use one of the painter rocks to get off of the island and return to the Holy Land. Summers talks about how this game is easy.
Before we go to that next line, I want to say that Killingham's fruit. I have two things to say about it. First is that when I first read the chapter, it reminded me of Luffy's fruit. Like his ability to just like pull shit out of thin air.
Yeah.
Like pulling out the goggles when he fought Lucci, when he pulled out a baseball bat and stuff like that. I think this guy's fruit is a lot like less limited, low key. Like this guy just like pulling out real stuff. Because I feel like if Luffy needed to if Luffy's fruit was this good, he could just like make food out of nowhere and refuel, right?
Yeah.
But so I just thought it reminded me a little bit of Luffy's. And the second thing that I'm thinking about now is that I remember when we saw the rainbows and stuff like that, and like the cloud, the boats floating in air. It makes me think about Elbaf and how it's kind of setting up to be like a place where anything is possible, and it's all about like limitless imagination and dreams. And I feel like this fruit is very perfect for like an arc like this problem. Yeah, exactly. And it just reminded me because they talked about the painter rocks, so that those coming back up right now, I feel like is like okay, interesting. So yeah, I'm excited to see more of how Oda ties the themes of the arc and how he uses fruit. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah. Isn't Elbaph Fable backwards? Right?
Yes.
So this is the perfect art for all this to be shown. Like the dreams come into life. This guy's twisted version of love, because he just wants to see all these parents trying to grab these kids.
Yeah.
And he's just waiting for it. Like he's actually really scary.
He's a sicko.
That's just wild, bro. Because like, what if he gets fucking Chopper or one of the like Nami like to sleep? To sleep. He puts that on. Like Sanji's gonna try to like grab Nami and he's gonna get messed up. I'm curious to see how they take him out, because these guys are definitely a problem.
Yeah, no, they're definitely no joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they talk about how they're full from the food they're eating. Killingham says all this in 0 calories. Or Gunko says all this in 0 calories. And I guess Killingham says it's dream food, so 0 energy too. So I guess that goes into what you were saying earlier, YHUS, about how tangible are the things that he's creating.
Yeah, and that's actually a big change from the TCB. Because they didn't mention that at all, the fact that they didn't get any energy from it.
So they got full, but they didn't get any benefits from the food that they
I feel
ate.
like that makes no sense. So I think I'm gonna ask my boy to give us the right translation at some point, and I can update everyone later. But yeah, that just seems like a weird translation, because it's all these TCBs that mentions is calorie free, and Gunko does say I'm stuffed. Like, why would they be eating it if they didn't get any energy? Unless they're just indulging, which I guess is such a giant thing to do.
Unless they mean 0 energy in like making the food. Like, not, you know what I mean? You could just pick it out or whatever, but no, it's definitely, you could take it either way, and not, because it could be full, but it gives you no energy. It doesn't really do anything, I mean, aside from keeping you from being hungry.
Yeah, and I guess that's like kind of good in and of itself.
Yeah.
Not to deal with hunger.
Yeah. Yeah, so Gunko replies to Summers talking about how the game is too easy. She's like, don't worry, I saw a pirate ship on the other side of the village. The Emperor of the Sea, Straw Hat Luffy, is here.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yo, just hearing them talk about my boy Luffy, man, I never get tired of it. Emperor of the Sea.
I like that a lot, and I actually like the official more, because she starts it by saying there will be trouble. Like, we're not gonna get off easy.
Yeah.
And then like obviously the mention of Emperor Straw Hat Luffy by a freaking God's Knights, Like,
yeah, like our boy, man, came a long way from the boy in the barrel.
Oh yeah, bro.
Facts.
Yeah, so as they're talking, the kids are continuing to walk through the port, but the fire has spread to block off their path. And So one of them, I'm assuming Summers, says not to worry, if they die we can send more. Yeah, we leave on that note for the kids.
Yeah,
unfortunately. Somebody will save them though. We move back to the underworld where we're facing Loki and the gang, or the gang facing Loki. Loki dares them to try and stop him, specifically Hydrogen. But then he says, "There's no way you can stop me. You can't even lift Ragnar the hammer."
Yep.
Which I think is a very interesting line, because that definitely draws the parallel to Mjolnir. You know how nobody can wield it unless they're of certain ilk or whatever.
Yeah, unless they're worthy.
Yeah, so I'm starting to believe more and more this hammer has some type of special properties.
Yeah, I'm so curious if Luffy could carry it.
Yeah,
it's either Luffy or Usopp.
Usopp. Yeah. I'm looking getting on the Usopp train. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, I see the threads forming for Usopp this arc, man.
Yeah, I mean, OG, bro.
I'm seeing it. Nah, man. We get that panel, he lifts that shit, I'm gonna pop the fuck off.
Imagine you see him like get super buff, like, and then he like deflates.
Yeah. So Gerd is just hoping that nobody in the Sun World is hurt from Loki's attack. But Loki lets her know that the flames will spread, so you either free me or it's all going up. Yeah, Sanji's trying to get up to speed because he doesn't know what's going on. He just followed the bad bitch.
He did.
Yeah, Luffy's trying to get him up to speed, how Loki was injured and he wanted to help him. But Loki's still going on. You're gonna either free me or will you all die? And he says, I'll only keep taking the lives of the weaklings if you don't answer me. Hydrogen is trying to level with him. Zoro tells Hydrogen not to get sucked in. Don't even listen to him. And this is when Luffy locks in. He's like, I gotta do it. I made the deal. I gotta stop him. Hydrogen is like, he'll electrocute you if you don't get too close. And remember the funny, somebody quote tweeted this with a funny tweet, like somebody didn't see Skypiea. Somebody skipped Skypiea.
I saw that.
Yeah. Boy, Def skipped Skypiea.
That's funny.
Yeah, so Luffy jumps into action. Gerd tries to plead with him, and that if he hits the children, there's no going back. Zoro tells Luffy to go easy on him, or his wounds will get worse.
TCB flubbed that line so hard. He said something like,
yeah, Zoro definitely said something a lot differently in the TCB for sure. I remember that.
Yeah, he says, Luffy, are you gonna let him off easy? His wounds are about to open up again anyway. And with that panel, that makes no sense. Like the way he's saying it with that face, and like doesn't make any sense for him to say like, don't go easy on him. It's like obviously. So I think this one makes a lot more sense. Like, don't kill this guy.
Yeah, I feel like the way that it was transcribed in the TCP version, it was kind of like Zoro was trying to sneakily say, go easy on him. At least that's how I kind of read it. Like, are you really gonna go easy on him? Like saying that out loud, but like to Luffy could see it as, all right, maybe I should go easy on him. I don't know. Maybe I just read it differently.
I thought TCB was reading like Zoro to be like, because we know how Zoro's been on his Loki homicidal shit, you know, the end of this arc, and before, like I feel like TCB was reading it to be saying like don't kind of, and also, you know, with what he said to Harden, like, yo, Harden, don't fall for it. It's kind of like he was trying to me, it reads TCB trying to make Zoro seem like yo, don't be easy on him just because he's injured. Like, you know,
that's what I took it as initially, and then like his face would come off that way, and that's how his attitude's been this whole time too.
Yes, exactly. But I think it's just wrong based on, you know, like the moment and his facial expression. You know what I mean? So
can you ask your boy about that one too?
Yeah, sure. I don't know if we won't get to this episode, but you know,
no, it's fine. Yeah.
Sure. So Luffy tightens up a gum punch, and Loki smiles, and under his breath admits defeat. He knows it's over at this point.
Yeah, he was bluffing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he was def bluffing. He got hit with an air balloon. I guess this is probably a light-hearted attack.
Yeah, I can't even tell if it really even touched him.
Yeah,
like,
right.
man.
Yeah, but regardless, Loki falls over. He's absolutely finished. Yeah, Zoro even says he was already at death's door, and that he was summoning all his strength on that last bluff. He probably would have tried to flee into the woods and try to collapse somewhere safely in secret, which I don't know how he would have thought he would have done that, being 10 million feet tall. Like, I don't know what he was thinking, but yeah. Now Zoro says it's up to Luffy. What you want to do? You want to let him live or you want to let him die? Luffy says he still has business with him, but when he got here, he was bloodied up. He was way more bloody than when he first met him. This is when dude whose name escapes me.
Roto.
Thank you. It's when Roto notices too that whoever attempted to kill Loki is a separate incident from the reason that he's locked up here. And then he says in Thought Bubble he might know who it is, which is interesting.
That is interesting.
Very interesting.
I think at face value, you think he's making the connection of like, okay, the castle's been broken into.
Yeah.
Or something. Those guards got attacked. Like I guess that is the like the layer one, but I just think it's interesting that he made that connection when we've had Detective Zoro on our side the whole time.
Yeah.
He ain't no Batman. But Roto was because they did mention that the guy looked like Shanks, right? So what if like there actually
yo, facts.
what if there is another Shanks, or it actually is Shanks? And that's where he's probably thinking right now.
Yeah, he's probably like, the Shanks person, whether it's him or not, is
Right.
probably the person. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so Luffy pleads with Hydrogen to help him out, and he doesn't want to let him die no matter who he is. That's my goat, my captain. We cut scenes to the base of the mountain. I don't know if they're at a different part or not, but Barrett has set up a makeshift med sensor.
I think it's still there because he's still shackled.
Yeah, you can kind of see the base of the mountain too.
Okay, yeah, the shackles there. Yeah, so they're still in the same spot. Barrett sets up a little makeshift medical sensor. We kind of cut conversation here. She's answering somebody asking how long until he's healed.
Yeah.
And she says, until he's fully healed, it'll probably take months. If you really want to see him recover, you shouldn't leave him in a place like this. But if he's taken to the village, it'll only lead to more calls for execution, and they'll kill him. Luffy asks if they hate him that much, and she says he's an irredeemable scumbag. Luffy notices the horns, and this is when someone says that they're the sign of his ancient giant blood, just like his father Harold.
I would be staring holes into Harden if I was Luffy.
Yo, that's OD.
Like, buddy, aren't you in my fleet? Why don't you got these dude, bro?
Yeah.
Shape up, man.
Bro, it's not locked in. We get a slight flashback from Hydrogen on the mention of the horns to his father talking to Loki and Hydrogen, talking about how he loves both of his sons and that he wants them to both work together to support Elbaf after he's gone. And then we cut to Hydrogen on the floor and Loki standing up strong. It's looking like he knocked him over, I'm assuming.
Definitely.
Yeah. And he says, I can't believe this tiny weakling is supposed to be my big brother. And he says, you're just a bastard. You're not our father's legitimate son. Your mother had filthy blood in her veins. Like, Jesus Christ. To the fucking kid,
a kid saying that, like, yo, relax, buddy.
Bro's tweaking.
Also, real quick, that picture of Harold, he looked crazy, bro, with his horn still intact.
Yeah, the words he's saying are kind, but the portrait he has here is definitely not one of benevolence.
No, yeah, I think it's also like the shoulder pads and the cape. Yeah, like he looks a little satanic, honestly.
Yeah, dude. He look evil, bro.
Yeah,
there's something about this dude. We cut back to the present, and Hydrogen is holding an axe, getting ready to slice this dude his head clean off. He gets stopped by Roto. Everybody runs to try and hold him back, tell him not to lose control. Hydrogen says, I'll never forgive him for what he did. He insulted my mother and killed my father. Loki is apparently awake. Says, go on and do it, you sad little berserker. Or perhaps instead of indulging in your petty personal drama, take a look at the woods around us. They all said I went and killed Dad with pure murder in my heart, but you don't believe that, do you?
That's definitely.
That's how we end the
Oh,
chapter.
damn, that was crazy.
Yeah, it is different. It's definitely different than the TCB translation. It
Okay,
definitely wasn't
yeah.
like that.
Oh,
Yeah, all right. 'Cause that threw me off. I mean, it's like similar in a way, but it's still different.
Oh,
What is
I
saying,
think
TC?
it's in he had a he's like, you're so drunk on all this personal drama you can't even see the forest for the trees. Don't tell me you really like the rest, thinking I actually killed our father in cold blood. You don't really buy it, do you?
Okay.
So I think what's different is that take a look at the woods around us is more literal.
Yeah.
He might be talking about like the dead animals and his followers or whatever.
Yeah, because it seems kind of jarring how it goes from talking about the woods to the convo about that. Like the way the TCB did the flowery shit, that's what it was. They kind of just
That's
moved the
yeah,
translation.
worst.
Yeah. Yeah, major reveal. Well, we kind of knew it, but major reveal nonetheless. It seems like Loki may not have had the complete hand in killing his father.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I know we had that idea, but another reveal would be the fact that Hydrogen doesn't believe that Loki killed his father.
Yeah, so he might not have been on board with it this entire time that he's been.
I mean, he's with to murk this nigga though.
No, I mean that's still yeah, that's still personal. You know what I mean? Like what he did, but like he's given into that hate. Like who else could have killed his father? So, but he probably in the heart of hearts, he probably doesn't believe that his brother actually did it. You know, he's just giving into that. That's why I was like, indulging in your petty personal drama. Like,
right.
You just rather keep feeding into that than actually see the truth. Like, see around you. Like, look, hey, those like you guys are saying, those animals are dead. What? I didn't kill those animals. You guys saw Luffy unlock me. Like, so it wasn't me. So like, someone's here doing this shit. Like, pay attention. But they're just so. He's just so blinded. Like, oh man, someone's gonna free my brother. Like, oh no, gotta stop him. Like. He didn't realize the little things.
No, facts. And I think it's interesting that this flashback of Harden that kind of sets him off is more centered about him insulting his mom and their lack of like real brothership, rather than it's not really his like it's not really his dad dying that is why he wants to murk him. It's more disrespecting his mom.
Yeah.
So not facts. That's definitely his big issue with him right now. At least we can tell. But yeah, no, I'm not at all surprised that Loki is saying this. I was talking to my boy at the fighting event yesterday. He's like, I'm surprised it was Loki that told us that Loki's the one saying like, oh no, it wasn't me. But honestly, who else is gonna do it, right? Like I said, Jarl, that guy. Not only is he drunk, his brain is already mush. Right, there's literally a sword in his hippocampus. And it's only Loki and Jarl that were in the castle apparently. So it had to come from Loki. I guess.
Yeah. I'm definitely surprised that we got this reveal this early. I expected this to be like a later height of the arc reveal. Once we start getting more info.
Yeah, I think the real reveal of this accident though is that Harold is on some devious shit.
Mm-hmm.
I think that will be the really game changing part of it. Like obviously we get the silhouette of him, but the fact that summoning circle is just in the castle or whatever is crazy.
Yeah. Not just that though, but like if you look when like it looks like he made them like the kids fight to see who's stronger, and then you see the people in the back like cheering them on, like even and then also another thing, Loki had bandages around his eyes even back then, even as a kid. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
His design is so cool. He has a sick ass design, yo.
Yeah, absolutely. He could also see Shamrock's face even with the blind. So and I wonder why he has these on.
Daredevil. He's Daredevil. That's just what it is, bro.
There's actually another change now that I'm looking at, because I was waiting for the whole time in the scene where he's lying down, and they're like, and talking about how until he's fully healed or whatever. The page before this, he talks about it. They all like, do you want to recover? Kylie, can you turn to the page?
Before?
The one right before this, yeah. And in that middle section on the left page, that little block of Luffy saying they hate him that much, and the TCB that does not exist. In the TCB, this whole conversation is low-key a little different. But most importantly, that line of Luffy's is not there. What the hell?
What is
so
he
yeah,
saying?
okay, in the TCB, that's a Loki line. He says, "I don't mind staying here," when they're talking about like moving him or whatever.
You're right.
And the next bubble, where it says he's an irredeemable scumbag, says their hatred really runs deep. But I guess we're talking about unforgivable garbage. So I don't know who's saying it. That sounds like a Luffy or Zoro line or Sanji maybe, because they're talking about the Giants' hatred. But anyway, that's just another weird difference. That's weird. This is like one of the most different chapters I feel like in like small ways.
Yeah.
You think that's TCB messing up?
I can't even tell you honestly.
Yeah, they're normally on point.
Yeah, I feel like they're like more like aligned usually, but
yeah,
it's one of those ones.
You can't always do it.
This is the Yapper chapter too, like a lot of talking, so I guess.
Yeah, we definitely got a lot of exposition in this chapter. Yeah, I'm really not sure there's much else.
Yeah, I feel like honestly, like it was like we were talking about it.
It's because we kind of already surmised about the Loki, so the reveal isn't too crazy. We need the circumstances to really get the deep dive, which hopefully we'll get within the next chapter or two.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah, so I guess that's about it. Is there anything else you guys want to less question, comments, concerns?
No, just I love this hammer, man. Like the Ragnar. I
really want to see what this hammer is. I've seen a couple theories that we've talked about it before, that the hammer has the devil fruit. I think we've talked about it before here, and the more I see this hammer and hear about it, the more I start to lean towards that theory.
I wonder if it's two fruits. You know what I mean? Like the hammer has like a Thor fruit, whatever, and then
Loki has his own fruit.
Yeah, because he still has the shackle on him.
Yeah, he has the sea prism cup, so Loki 100% has a fruit. Like I don't think the hammer having a fruit would discount Loki having his own.
But do you guys think that the hammer, okay, because the hammer having a devil fruit, do you guys think that one of its side effects could be that only the chosen could wield it?
Only certain people can lift it.
I mean, that's like a crazy.
If it's a devil fruit, what if it's a devil fruit like a Zoan devil fruit with a mind of its own?
And it chooses?
And it chooses who it wants to hold it.
But it didn't transform, right? Have we seen a? I don't think we've seen a Zoan item use its Zoan ability without transforming.
Also, well, the only time we've seen it is in Alabasta. I think if it was possible for it. Wait, what?
We've seen it. Yeah, it's basically twice. It's all good.
But my point is that it's early. Is there a point post time skip where we've seen it?
No, we haven't seen an item like a weapon
right.
Devil that I can think of. No.
Also, if it actually was a devil fruit, then I don't know if it should be working right now.
Wait, doesn't Spandam's elephant sword turn into an elephant?
Yeah, but that was pre-time skip. I said it, Funk Freed. That was pre-time skip.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it's possible, but it's definitely. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, because he says if he still has the sea prism shackle on him, and he's holding the weapon, like he shouldn't be able to use any powers. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, we're so dumb. Shamrock sword says Rust and Revolt.
Oh yeah. Yo,
yeah.
I forgot.
I'm dead.
Literally just saw that shit like 5
chapters
ago.
Yo,
Rayston with the we appreciate the assist there, man.
We needed that.
Yeah, that's
sorry,
funny.
Mr. You were saying?
No, I was just saying, like, should the fruit be working because he's still shackled? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't see why not. Because
if the weapon has a fruit in it, like, then it probably shouldn't be working because of
it's not touching the shackles, right? Like Loki is. So, and I think to answer Shade's question, I think Loki definitely has the fruit, because the God's Knights came back for him, right? The God's Knights won him for something, so I think he has the fruit his dad had.
Oh man!
And they put him in sea prison for a reason. I mean, there could be there's a world honestly in which the reveal is they never had the devil fruit in the first place.
Yeah.
Which I would not discount that, or like, you know, so it's possible, but I definitely think he has it at least right now.
Yeah, that or the Ragnar is actually like another supreme grade weapon. That's just like how, like, in mythology, like it has a mind of its own type of thing. without it being a fruit. You know what I mean? So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because we are dealing with like magic and stuff like that, so it's definitely possible.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
And imagination, yeah. Oh man, that's true.
Imagination.
Yeah.
Also, you guys had a conversation a few episodes ago when I was gone about supreme grade weapons, and it only applies to blades, by the way. Like
It only bleeds. Okay.
yeah. So like
Oh, I
Kaido's
remember
is
we
a
were-
legendary weapon, but it's not like
It's not
graded.
supreme grade.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. We were talking about if the hammer could possibly be one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good to know.
That whole grade system only applies to swords and stuff, and like spears or whatever.
So okay, but there could still be
It could still be like a legendary weapon. Yeah. for sure.
legendary weapons that we don't. Yeah. Okay.
Because I think the wiki was saying Kaido's like club thing is still a legendary weapon in some sense.
And it's in its own respect. All right.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool that Loki was using a similar weapon when he was younger. In that flashback.
yeah,
Oh,
he's in a
she does
club,
have
yeah.
a mace. Yeah.
Yeah,
or a
the
club.
Spike Club. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's fire.
Definitely
I don't know if I think that this flashback is Harold egging his kids on to fight. By the way, like I think these two scenes are like the first scene and the second scene where they're fighting. I feel like those are like two different whole.
Yeah, definitely because it's
Yeah.
hydrogen just thinking back of the past and stuff like that. You know?
Yeah. I just think it's like it's like Hajin thinking like, yo, our dad told us to work together, and even later he's still like shitting on me. I'm supposed to work with this guy, right?
Yeah.
But I still think this nigga Harold evil as hell, for sure.
Agreed. You're looking like Jafar from Aladdin, bro.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
He did. It's a good thing he got rid of those horns. And again, I think it's so interesting that like he got rid of his horns, and with the whole thread of him potentially working with the Gods Knights, I feel like that really is Loki some subservient shit, like ridding, like disarming yourselves. You know what I mean? Like you hear about it in real life. You know what I mean? Like countries giving up their nuclear arms or whatever, to show that like we can work together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it might be like the guy, like the world government might have some dirt on him, you know what I mean, to have made that happen. I definitely think that's a possibility.
Yeah, for sure.
This evil ass nigga.
Oh damn! Now that you say it, it could definitely be like they tried to like emasculate him, like make.
Yes, that's kind of the way what I was going for. Yeah.
Yeah, that or at the time he's trying to break free, and then like he broke free from whatever hold. I don't know. Who knows? There's so many ways that so many ways that Oda could take it, but definitely excited that we have a chapter next week.
Oh, 1000%. I like that Loki is, by the way, like he kind of is a dickhead. You know what I mean? He's not just like he probably did all that shit that they're talking about the first time they talked about Loki. Like setting villages on fire or whatever.
Yeah, even if he didn't necessarily kill his pops, he's definitely not a good person. He's definitely still a dickhead for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely need more info. Hopefully next chapter we get the deep dive on the story, on Loki's side of the story, maybe. But yeah, we're gonna have to see. All right, anything else? We finished? We wrapping it up?
I think that's it.
I think that's it, bro.
Yeah. Shout out to Shade.
All right. Big shout outs to Shade. Everybody in the chat, we appreciate you guys, man. If you're not already, make sure you guys watch us live every Sunday, twitch.tv/Cali_Mac or YouTube at Straw Hat Sit Down. All right, every Sunday. Make sure you guys follow us on all our socials at Straw Hat Sit Down on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter. You look for us, you will find us. Big shout outs to everybody listening to this after the fact on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, etc. We appreciate you guys as well. And yeah, no break next week. I actually just saw a tweet, no break for the next 2 weeks.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we're lit.
Music to my freaking ears.
Back to back to back. You love to see it, man. So yeah, we'll be back next week with another chapter review as always. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and until next time, you guys take it easy, be safe, be healthy. We appreciate you guys, and we will see y'all when we see y'all. Peace.
Peace out.
Who gon' get down? We are. This that Straw Hat Sit Down. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Who gon' get down? We are. This that Straw Hat Sit Down. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Straw hat, sit down crew in the building. We Corona to these other podcasts. We gon' put these people in their feelings when they hear this and they know that they can't top this. We spit facts and we poppin' every time an episode is dropping. We see D3 in the corner, Mister, that's a real G with the green screen in the background. Got him looking like he in a real scene. We got Big Mod in the cut. Always ready with rebuttals, but he bring the knowledge when we in the huddle, so you know the crew is never gonna fumble. And it's wise, last but not least, if you ask me, then Cali, mad the captain, make him rally around me. Every Sunday we gon' run deep, and we can't stop until we find out about that One Piece. Who gon' get down? We are. This that straw hat, sit down. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that One Piece? We are. Who gon' get down? We are. This that straw hat, sit down. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that One